Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. So the monsters are friendly now? Seems that way.
Maybe.
Some of them, I think, maybe are.
They could have alternate agendas. We don't know.
Yeah. These guys may very well be not the friendliest, but they're at least it looks for the most part like a damn sight better than the ones that they've been pursued by.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the ones that they've been pursued by have been absolutely ruthless. So, I guess that just goes to show you.
But is it a situation where it's like these guys are actually helping them, or is it a situation where these guys are just like, hey, free snacks?
Maybe it is free snacks. Maybe it's not. I mean, I don't know.
It's like, these are ours now.
Yeah.
Fuck off, people from the farm.
Yeah. It's like, these are tasty treats, and we're keeping them for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
God, that would suck. But, yeah, I'm curious to know what their agenda is, because you've got the small one, which appears to be be female and has a more human face.
Yeah, possibly even half human.
A hybrid.
Yeah.
Maybe. Then you got the big boy who literally saved Ray's ass. Ray was down on the ground, collapsed, ready to just die right there. Then just yeet, just gets picked up and carried off. Yeah, there's a lot of questions I have, some concerns, and some theories that I'm considering. But you know what? Let's get this up on screen. Let's give this a watch. Here we go. Yeah.
She's okay. She's
changed.
Slightly different now.
That's the thing. Whenever you kill and you gut an animal, it does change you. You're aware of the condition of all living things after that. You're aware that the number one thing you want to assure is that your prey does not feel fear.
Yeah.
And the less that they feel, the less that they suffer, the better it is. Not only just for them, but also for you. Because my dad taught me this. Fear does taint the meat. The pheromone, or the fear, it pretty much makes the meat not rancid, but it makes it worse for consumption. So the better it is for you to kill them in one shot, or the easier the better you can kill them in one shot, the better it is for you. So the less they suffer, the less you'll be burdened by it. It's not an easy thing. It isn't. And I'm thankful my dad was there to teach me a lot of that. I'm thankful my dad was there to teach me a lot of the things of living back in the woods and everything. When we went on our hikes and I remember me and him went riding four-wheelers one time. I mean, I was way too young to ride it by myself. I was 7 or 8. And we saw a deer, and I remembered my dad was taking note of where the deer was, where it came from, paths and everything that it took, so that he could track them easier next time. I mean, as a hunter, that's what you have to look for. And God, there's things I miss about it, but at the same time, the life that I lived back there was not the easiest. But there was a certain central motion I felt between with nature that I don't really get as much living here, but I know that my life is a lot easier by me living here than it was back there. There's trade-offs. There's trade-offs to everything. It's just Emma, I think she wanted to be the first because she'd learned how to use the bow and everything, and plus she sees herself as the leader of the group. she wants to be the one to first experience that and know how to handle it so that if the others have to resort to it, she'll be able to walk them through it, much like how she was walked through it. Because, where the white-haired kid seemed to be the next one up, the one, because where Don shot at it, and he missed, then the white-haired kid picked it up, and he seemed to be more adept with it than Don was. I think if it comes down to it and Emma has to teach another one how to hunt, like, if she can't teach Don or Ray or any of them, and she has to teach one of the kids that's younger, then she'll be there. She'll be able to walk them through it.
I think the bow there was primarily for self-defense. Like, they started teaching them that so that they can at least put some arrows and pursuers if they have to.
Well, you see, that defense is one thing.
No,
survival is
another. She thought
another.
about it from the aspect of, like, we need to know how to hunt. Like, at least one of us
course.
does.
Survival, dude.
I'm surprised she didn't take Ray with her for that.
Well, Ray, I'm not sure Ray is, like, one for, like... Ray didn't really show an interest in the bow. Ray didn't, because if he wanted to show interest in it, he would have shot. I think Ray's main thing is he's a think tank. He's always, like, about, like, working out scenarios in his brain and everything. I would have probably taken him with, just so he could get a good look at the view above ground, where they were going and everything, so that, like scouting. But I think, effectively, Emma knew that she had to be the one to learn where she was, like, the most adept with the bow. It's all good to have it for defense. It's just like guns. The primary reason why guns exist, or why guns are so prominent here in the United States, is, number one, for defense, of course. Defense against a potentially tyrannical government, which, hopefully does not happen, but is very, very likely given how history works. But also given the fact that it makes hunting a lot easier. And them having bows, while defensive, while being a benefit to them defensively against those monsters, for hunting, it's also very important. And when you have to kill another living thing, when you have to take its life, that's very, it can be traumatic if you don't have someone there to walk you through it.
Yeah.
Just like for my dad.
I've never actually gone hunting. Always kind of wanted to an extent, but I just never got to.
Well.
And, I don't know, like, at the same time, I don't want to because I do really like animals. Like, I felt bad when I vacuumed up a spider by accident the other day. So. Like, I don't know. I don't even kill, like, most bugs. Like, stink bugs I will flick across the room, but I don't usually, like, just straight up smash them like a lot of people do or anything,
Well, I don't smash them because I don't want the smell.
Yeah.
My thing is, I usually, if I'm able to, like, get them in a container and take them outside and throw them outside, I do that. But, yeah, that...
I probably treat stink bugs the worst out of any living thing.
That's
like,
fair.
It's like, as long as they stay away from me, like, and they're not in my personal space.
We had a mouse down here at one point.
When they keep landing on me, I'm just like...
You remember when we had the mouse
They usually
down here?
live through it, so I'm just like, maybe that'll teach you not to do that again.
Did Quinn ever tell you about the mouse we had down here one time?
I think I remember you talking about there being a mouse down here a long time ago when we
Yeah.
first moved in.
Yeah, well, right after we moved in, there was a mouse down here. Me and Quinn both saw it out of the corner of our eyes. Quinn was sitting right here, right where you are, and then all of a sudden Quinn just goes, "Did you see that?" And I'm like, "Yep. I think we have a little friend down here with us." And I remembered I set a trap. It wasn't like a legit like mouse trap. Instead, what it was a box of corn pops. I put some in the bottom of it, and I left it down here. Waited about 30 minutes. Came back, picked it up. Lo and behold, he was in there. I picked him up and I looked and I'm like, "Hey, little guy, how you doing? You all right?" And then he was like scurrying around, and then I'm just like, "It's all right, bud. I'm not gonna kill you." And I just take him outside. I take him like a good, I think 20 yards down the hill down here, and I turn him loose.
Surprised he didn't come back because they do say a lot of times you have to take them a lot further away from them and not come back.
Yeah, well, he didn't, but again, I put him out there, and
so I would have took him down in the park and let him go.
Yeah, it would have probably been better, but I don't know. I just wanted him out of the house real
said
quick.
The name of a park we live that close to. But
you're editing this, so if you want to edit that out, here I'll make a. There you go. So you
can
can
remember to.
Yeah, I'll take it out of the uncut version too, just out of protection. So anyway, yeah. So this was a good episode. I'm not gonna lie. This was actually a really, really good episode. The kids learned a lot of skills, learned some stuff about survival. We learned that not all the demons are evil. They're not really demons, or they're not really like demons per se, but they're monsters from one side of, like, just on this side of the world, and to them, like, we're the oddities. Like, it's weird, man. And now I'm curious as to see how the kids are going to get along now after they leave these two monsters, or these two, I guess we'll call them demons, just as a temporary place.
I was expecting him to correct them, but he didn't really seem to care that much. Because he's like, I haven't been called that in a long time, but I guess it's just like,
I guess he's
too early for the reveal on that or whatever.
I guess. Well, I think the main thing with him is that he's going to call himself that to make the kids aware. Like, yeah, okay, so when I refer to demons, I refer to others, but not us. So yeah, that's that. I think that's the whole thing with that. But all right, this was a really good episode. Cannot deny that. I love this series, dude. I'm loving it.
Hell yeah.
I know you love this series. I know you think, like, you're hoping that's going to be like one of the best series ever, and I'm hoping that too, but we'll see. But for right now, that's going to do it. This was Promised Neverland, Season 2, Episode 2. Yeah, this was a good one. So, until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
We'll see you then, everyone. Peace out.